Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. I would like to say thank you for watching my video presentation. Let me to introduce myself first. My name is Anjeli Lorena Sirait with ID number 2007-05007. I'm from English Literature A, University of North Sumatra. Now I'm going to explain about the syntax of Austronesian language. Well, the first time, let's start from the introduction. Austronesian languages, formerly Malayo-Polynesian languages, family of languages spoken in most of the Indonesian archipelago, all of the Philippines, Madagascar, and the island groups of the Central and South Pacific, except for Australia and much of New Guinea, much of Malaysia, and scattered areas of Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and Taiwan. In terms of the number of its languages and of their geographic spread, the Austronesian language family is among the world's largest. Now we're going to discussion section. Although some linguists have questioned the usefulness of the notion of subject in Philippine languages, it remains a pivotal concept in typological studies of word order. The great majority of Formosan and Philippine languages are verb-subject-object or VSO or VOS. This statement is true of virtually all the Formosan languages, with the minor qualification that auxiliaries and markers of negation may precede the main verb. Some contemporary languages, such as Tao and Saishat, have SVO word order, but there are indications that this is a relatively recent adaptation to the similar word order of Taiwanese and Chinese languages, with which the Formosan languages have been in longest contact. Most languages of Western Indo, such as Malay, Javanese, or Balinese, are SVO, subject-verb-object. However, a smaller number of languages, including Malagasy, the Batak languages of northern Sumatra, and Old Javanese as opposed to modern Javanese, begin sentences with a verb. The majority of Austronesian languages in both Eastern Indonesia and the Pacific are also SVO. The major exceptions to this pattern are in coastal areas of New Guinea, where a number of Austronesian languages are SOV, and the Polynesian languages and Fijian, which are VSO. The SOV languages of New Guinea also exhibit other features universally characteristic of verb-final languages, such as the use of postpositions. Example, the house, in, rather than prepositions, is in the house. It is generally agreed that these Austronesian languages evolved to their present state as a result of generations of contact with Papuan languages, which typical are SOV. The second is verb systems. The major verbal focuses of Tagalog can be illustrated as follows. The first point is a sentence that focuses on the actor or subject is marked by For example, Bung ili lalaki tinapay sa tindahan. The meaning is the maid bought some bread at the store. Literally, by ang men bread sa store. Or Bung ili si Maria tinapay sa tindahan. The meaning is Maria is buying or bought some bread at the store. Literally, buy si Maria bread sa store. Second point is a sentence that focuses on the person or object is marked by in the past and by in the non-past. For example, Bin ili ni Maria ang tinapay sa tindahan. Maria bought the bread at the store. Literally, bought ni Maria ang bread sa store. Or, Bill in ni Maria ang tinapay sa tindahan. Maria is buying the bread at the store. A sentence that have a locative focus is marked by an. For example, Bin il an ang babay tinapay ang tindahan ni Ali Maria. The woman bought some bread at Maria's store. Literally, bought woman ang bread ang store. The third point is a sentence with an instrumental or benefactive focus and marked by I. For example, I bin ili ni Maria tinapay ang pera ng tatay niya. The meaning is Maria bought some bread with her father's money. Or I bin ili ni Maria tinapay si Juan. The meaning is Maria bought some bread for Juan. In each of the above sentences, one noun is marked as being in focus. When the prepositional phrase is not in focus, it is expressed as a preposition followed by a noun rather than as an phrase. Compare the third example above. Being il an ang babay tinapay ang tindahan. The meaning is the woman bought the bread at the store, where ang tindahan is the store. Is in focus, and the locative relationship is expressed by the verb suffix an. With any of the other sentences that contains tindahan is store, where the locative relationship is expressed by the preposition sa. The third is pronouns. Almost all Austronesian languages distinguish two forms of we, an inclusive form or listener included, and an exclusive form, listener excluded. Many languages in the Philippines have a special dual inclusive, you and me. In addition to singular and plural numbers, some oceanic languages distinguish a dual number, we two, you two, the two of them. A few oceanic languages distinguish a fourth number that is greater than 2 but smaller than a typical plural. Historically, this number derives from the Proto-Austronesian word for 3, but it may in fact apply to numbers up to 5, and so it's sometimes called paukal. Paukal is a few. Gender is rarely, if ever, distinguished. The Polynesian languages have a somewhat different system of possessive marking. The most prominent feature of this system is the contrast between what are sometimes called dominant and subordinate position. In dominant position, the processor generally has a relationship of control, as with Hawaiian. Ka, ki, I, alani. The meaning is the picture taken or painted by Lani. While in subordinate position, the sense of control doesn't exist, as in ka, ki, I, olani. The meaning is the picture taken or painted of Lani. Inalienable position is marked by suffixing a possessive pronoun to the possessed noun, as in Fijian, na, mata na. The meaning is his eyes, literally, eyes his, or na tamakyu. The meaning is my father. Alienable position is expressed by suffixing the possessive pronoun to a generally preposed classifying particle that specifies any of several possible relationships between the possessed noun and the possessor. As in Fijian, no nana fale. The meaning is his house, literally neutral, his house. And then na ki na ika. The meaning is his fish. It can be, the fish is, we can eat the fish like that. Literally edible, his fish. And na mena dofu. The meaning is his sugar cane. It is to suck the juice from, like, to the glass like this. Literally drinkable, his sugar cane. And now we go to the last discussion. It is conclusion. Austronesian languages, formerly Malayo-Polynesian languages, family of languages spoken in most of the Indonesian archipelago, all of the Philippines, Madagascar, and the island groups of the Central and South Pacific, except for Australia and much of New Guinea, much of Malaysia, and scattered areas of Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and Taiwan. In terms of the number of its languages and of their geographic spread, the Austronesian languages family is among the world's largest. When the prepositional phrase is not in focus, it is expressed as a preposition followed by a noun rather than as an phrase. Compare the third example above before with any of other sentence that contains it can be the locative relationship is expressed by the preposition. Okay, my friends, that's all about my presentation about the syntax of Austronesian languages. Sorry for mistaken in pronunciation or different material. For your good attentions, I say thank you.